asked all the time, what does drams mean? What is drams? First and foremost, it's pronounced drams.
Not drums.
Not drums.
What you got in your dram? What you got on your arm? What you doing for cause? How you doing on your frequent flyer miles? Life is too short to let it all pass you by. We stay at destinations, planes in the sky. We social media stars, smoking Cuban cigars. Up at the bar, sipping Black Maple Hill. Classic brim, rock the finest of linen. Exit the party, step in Maserati. We took an oath to stay fly. From Minnesota to Dubai and everything in between. Be inspired to live your dreams by the one and only Drams team.
Would you care for a dram?
Welcome to Stick in the Bump
Welcome to Stick in the Bump.
Podcast.
What's going on?
Episode 7.
Yeah. Has it been 7 episodes already?
7 episodes, man. We're on our way. I feel like what we should do is after 10, that should be the first season.
The first season?
The first season, yeah, because we're pushing it. So
Okay, so when we get to the second season, what does that mean?
then that means it's episode 1 again, I guess.
What? And no.
So
that's
episode
confusing.
1, season 2.
What you smoking on?
I have an Allure Black Mamba.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to Allure Cigars.
Shout out to Fonzie Mayfield, the one and only.
One and only. That's what I'm smoking on today, and we are smoking on that good shit, that Yamasaki.
You mean drinking on?
Yeah, that's what I say.
You said smoking on.
Well, yeah, drinking on that good stuff.
I'm not smoking this drink, brother.
Smoking on that, drinking on that good stuff. See, I can't talk, man. I need a. First of all, my lighter ain't working. I'm over here clickety clacking. Oh, there it is. I'm sitting there tripping. Can't see it.
And just so the people know, we broadcasting on location from the legendary tent. Now the tent is at my brother Mike's crib that he got set up in the backyard where we all come out here and post up and drink bourbon, smoke cigars, and talk shit.
In the tent.
In the tent. This is where we do it.
I like my tent. All year round. Well, yeah, I mean, last year my tent was better than last year because I had it, enclosed.
Yeah,
and
to collapsed on you.
Yeah, it was a
problem.
It was a Hurricane Katrina
collapsed on your head
at my house last year. As soon as that first snowfall hit, it was a wrap. But anywho, let's get to this podcast.
Let's get to it.
But let me first off, I want to start off by saying I want to apologize to the ladies. And the reason why I want to apologize to the ladies.
You apologizing?
I'm apologizing to the ladies. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay. Here it is.
It's my fault for assuming y'all want good dudes. Okay? So I want to apologize.
We made some assumptions.
I made some assumptions.
Because
this episode, we're going to talk about some weak-ass dudes,
we're
right?
Gonna talk, you know what?
Okay.
We'll definitely talk about weak-ass dudes.
Yeah.
But we'll also focus on trying to help dudes, too.
Okay.
Some of the essentials.
Okay.
For men.
I can dig it.
All right. But finish your apology.
Okay. So my apology is, I before I start drinking, I want to make sure I'm completely sober when I say this. I want to apologize because, I go on rants and stuff all the time.
You rant
about men and about the kind of men that women choose. But I had a little epiphany today.
Okay. What's the epiphany? I gotta hear this.
I said to myself, you know what, Mike? Maybe that's what they want. Like, and who am I to judge that?
Okay, you're right. Maybe women do want
just
the outcomes that they're getting
of a weak ass dude.
Maybe
because I think that we have this idea about what we, I want to categorize as a weak ass dude because our creed that we live by and what we want to do in life and stuff like that, and sometimes a woman might not want that.
Very true.
Want a guy that's freeloading and don't do nothing and
laying around playing Nintendo
all day. They might actually want that. They might want to have that motherly role to a 40-year-old
just to feel like they're needed in some way or
so
whatever.
It's so for me to say, well, yeah, you got this dude. That might be what works for them.
Okay.
I was driving today and I was thinking about that. You said, I'm going to apologize to the ladies.
Thinking to yourself, you said self.
Like, maybe they want these weak ass dudes.
Maybe the ladies want this.
Maybe they want them.
Okay.
So, I mean, just let them have them. You know, I'm gonna stop complaining about it because I'm trying to help y'all out, and I'm getting upset that y'all ain't listening. But it's the reason why you're listening, because y'all don't want to hear it, because that's what y'all like to have. So let them have it.
All right. Well, let's toast to that. Let's toast to let them have it. Ting. I like the ting on
I
that.
like the ting was a way better ting.
That was a way better ting.
Yeah. So, but
the plastic red cups we had in the last one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this Black Mama's hitting different today. Shout out to Allure Cigar again. I know we did that already, but shout out to them again. I appreciate this.
That Black Mama ain't no joke.
This Black Mama, it smells amazing as well. So go ahead. You can start with your essentials that you said, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
To Baby Bro's point, we've been going hard talking about relationships and women and all that kind of stuff. Today we're going to shift a little bit, and we're going to talk about, for the fellas, some essentials that you have to have. We're going to focus on the guys today a little bit. And when I'm talking about essentials, I mean the things that make up your personal brand, because everyone needs a personal brand. The thing you're known for, the narrative you create for your own life, people need that for their own life. And we're often asked a lot about style, about where do we get this and that, or, about where do we shop, what do we do, the kind of fragrances we wear, so on and so on. So I wanted to take some time to kind of focus in on some of that and help out some of the fellas who feel like they need some advice or a little help on some of that. So the first thing I want to start by saying is, when it comes to fashion, and maybe I've said this on other previous podcasts, the most important thing for a man to consider before he buys anything is how it fits.
Most definitely.
How it fits.
Yes.
There's nothing worse on earth than a grown man having pants hanging off his ass, or having a suit jacket that's too big and boxy and square and it doesn't fit.
I call that the court suit.
The court suit.
Like you going to court?
Yeah, looking all nickel slick and shit.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that.
You got a court date.
You can't do that. And we're not talking about going out and spending a bunch of money and all that kind of stuff or whatever. So don't think that's what we're saying. We're talking about some small tips that we can tell you to help you take even the stuff that you have and make it fit better, because fit is important. A well-tailored suit on a man to a woman is the same thing as men looking at lingerie on women.
Yep, I agree.
They like to see that, right? And it needs to fit you and fit your proportions. You can't have these baggy pants and these big boxy suits and all that stuff, man. It just looks terrible. So the first thing that I would say,
and don't wear boot cut jeans with Yeezys.
Like the fact that we have to say this, this ain't good. But I ain't hating. Some people just don't know, haven't been taught, because it's been a long road. I remember there was a point in time in our life when we was young and all that stuff, broke, didn't have no money, whatever. You wearing hand-me-downs, you wearing whatever you could wear. I get it. So I'm talking to the grown men. I'm talking to those who want to mix things up a little bit and got some opportunity to make some changes, maybe to their wardrobe or whatever. So fit. Let's start with fit. I get custom suits. I get suits made and all that kinds of stuff. You don't need to go that extreme, people.
Yeah, I don't.
Get a tailor, though.
Yes.
Get a tailor. Get someone that you trust that does a good work, that can take maybe a suit jacket you already have and, bring the back in a little bit so it contours your body more and has more of a custom fit and a custom look. That will bring life back to a suit you already have, and it'll look 10 times better when it fits you. Take the sleeves down some so the sleeves aren't like hanging over your wrist and over your hands. Do things like that. And even if you're not into suits, this ain't just about wearing suits. Be into style. Have a style for your brand. Have a look that you kind of go to or whatever, that you're kind of known for. And it may be more than one look. It may be several looks. But stay in the pocket of what is going to look well on you and compliment you and give you the most confidence, because confidence is an intangible that people wear. And if you're not confident, no matter what you're wearing, that energy will come off to other people. So it's about wearing what's going to make you feel confident, most confident. So this is number one. Fit, go get a tailor. What do you think?
Well, I agree. I don't necessarily have to get my suits customs because I'm part of the Skinny Man crew. I can go to Express.
Whoa, what you saying?
Hey, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying it's obvious.
Wait, there was a lot of what you were saying and what you're not saying.
No, it's obvious what's going on. You know, if you look at my frame and look at yours, you need more customizing than I do.
Listen, you be careful. Okay?
No, I'm just saying. Hold on, let me
be careful.
I'm just saying, if you look at your frame and mine.
What's wrong with my frame?
I didn't say nothing was wrong with it, brother. I'm just saying you need more customization than I do. I can go to Express and get me a suit and it looks nice on me.
Yeah, you can get them little dude outfits and shit. Okay. I can't get that.
Okay, so you sound like a hater right now.
You know, it is what it is.
You sound like a hater because...
Man, just get a damn tip.
But I'm okay, so I forgot where I was going with it. Anyways, I agree that you do need your own style, but you need to make sure your clothes fit. Now, it doesn't have to be super tight, but just make sure they fit. You know, the correct size jeans. If you wear a 30, don't be wearing a 36. Like, I remember that was back in the day, man. In the 90s.
Oh, the 90s, yeah, the big baggy
jeans.
And I'm glad that went away, man.
But it seems like it's back though. It seems like
that can't come back.
It's back with a lot of the youth because either my son he wears his son's his pants a little baggier, and I have to stop him like, dude, no, that's a bad look. It's
never a good look.
So wear your correct size. If your pants should not have to fall down, right? So if you wear a size 30. If you put a 30 on, your pants you can not wear a belt.
Yeah, that's why it's called a fits.
A fits. You don't have to wear a belt. A belt is just extra. Like, I don't have a belt on right now. Even if I can take these suspenders off and my pants will stay on my ass because they fit. So it's little bitty things that you don't have to spend a lot of money on clothes.
No, you don't. You don't need to go spend a lot of money.
You don't.
And don't get caught up in all the brands and all that kind of stuff. Stay within your lane. Don't go beyond your means and all that kind of stuff. To look good doesn't take a lot of money. Just takes some creativity and takes some patience with yourself to kind of find out what works for you. But take the time to do it, and once you find it, you got it.
You got it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, fellas, don't be afraid of color. A pop of color in what you're wearing and all that kinds of stuff. The ladies will appreciate this kind of stuff, man. The little attention to detail that you have,
But we have to remember we're marketing towards a specific type of woman, like because a lot of women still love this thuggish shit.
Kinda, okay. Good point.
Yeah.
Maybe some women want dudes with pants hanging all off their behinds and all that stuff. I just don't know women like that. So you're right though. They might. So we are talking to a certain type of woman. Who an adult woman who no, I'm serious, who wants an adult looking man. Just plain and simple. And I'm not hating on none of the thuggish style or nothing like that. That's just not my style, so I can't really speak to all that.
I just feel because I have a few female friends that I noticed that they tend to lean towards more of a thuggish kind of dude.
Okay.
And that's to each his own. I was having a conversation actually a couple of days ago with one of my female friends, and we were talking. She was like, "Keep having men problems," and I'm like, "Well, first of all, you need to decide what type of man you want,
right?
Because if you then I said, "Hey, do you want this kind, and she said, "I want a little bit of both or all three." I said you can't do that.
It doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist.
What kind of answer is that?
Because I think that she was trying to say the right thing. I'm like, that doesn't exist, because if he's a corporate America type dude, he's not going to be throwing up crip on Facebook.
No, he's not.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you need to find out what kind of dude you want, and then once that settles, then you'll start marketing towards that particular guy.
And you know what? You bring up a really good point, because energy has a lot to do with it. Mm-hmm. Like, what you put out is what you'll start getting back. We've talked about this several times, but even with fashion, women's fashion, everything like that, the way you kind of present, you will get a certain type of energy back as far as men and all that kind of stuff. And to the young lady that was speaking to you, where you thought she maybe wants thuggish looking guy and his aesthetic and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
What I would challenge her on is that because you feel like the corporate type or the more clean cut type just ain't looking for you?
I think that's what it is. I think that either that or she feels like she's not worthy to have a guy like that.
Yeah, because I just have a hard time feeling like a woman wants a guy who doesn't give a damn about his, appearance and all that kind of stuff. Like I struggle with that.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I mean, like I said, and I was just asking, like, hey, well, this is a judgment-free zone. I mean, any conversation we ever had, I'm not going to judge you. I'm just curious. You're complaining about the type of man you're dealing with, and I'm just wondering. I'm like, well, is it your type? And I think people just fail to realize it's their type of guy or gal that they're attracting. That's why they keep having these same issues over and over again. It's kind of like you're not learning.
Yeah.
It's like you're not learning, you're not adapting, you're not growing. You're just stuck in this box of life that you just continue to stay in and not branch off in.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
So that's how
fair.
I look at it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So fellas, assuming you want a certain type of woman or you want to change the type of women that are checking for you and all that kind of stuff, pay attention to your appearance.
Yep.
We just talked about fit. The second thing that I would say is very important is how you smell.
Yeah, fragrance.
Appeal to the senses, the physical senses of women.
Yeah.
So we just dealt with sight. Let's deal with smell. And they say that smell is the sense most closely tied to memory.
Yeah.
So every man should have what I call a signature scent.
I was in Burger King parking lot. I mean, the drive-through yesterday, and I had
Drams go to Burger King too.
I was getting Ocean some chicken nuggets.
Okay.
And I had some Creed Royal Ooh on. Okay.
Great scent.
And the lady opened the drive-through window. She says, "Oh my God, you smell amazing." I'm like probably 4 feet away from her.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh my God, you smell amazing." And then she just lit up. Eyes lit up. She's smiling. I said, "Thank you." Gave me my chicken nuggets and I drove off.
Yeah. But you see, that made an impression on that woman because she probably smelled 6 funky dudes before experiencing that. I'm serious.
No, that's real talk.
When a person smells pleasant, it makes temporarily, it makes people around you feel good. If you smell something that smells good, you feel good. So every man should have a signature scent. You may have more than one. But I remember, I'd go to the office. I would come into, I'd be in the office. People would stop me in the hallway and be like, "We knew you were here." I'd say, "How you know I was here?" "We smelled you in the parking ramp."
Yep.
I'm like, "Oh, wow." And that wasn't because my cologne was too strong or anything like that. They enjoyed the scent.
Funky.
So much so that they knew that scent was tied to me and knew that I was around. Now, this could be a good or bad thing. Maybe you don't want nobody to know you're around. However, smell good. Take the time, get a scent that you really, really like, that's going to help bring out and boost that confidence in you, right? And know the difference between daytime scents and evening scents, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to put on some, Black Orchid, Tom Ford, or whatever in the summertime during the day or whatever and choke everybody to death because it's so strong. That's a winter scent, right?
Yeah.
And, in the evening scent. During the day, wear things that are a little bit, definitely have some silage so that when you go by, people can smell it and, have some longevity. It stays on your skin for a long time or whatever. But during the day, when you're going to be around a lot of people at the office and all that kind of stuff, wear something a little bit lighter, right? That smells pleasant, but it isn't offensive. Now, if you're going to be going to the club that night and all that kind of stuff, wear something a little heavier. Wear something that's going to project a little bit more. Because all that sweat and heat and all that kind of stuff will eat up the scent. So that's when you put on something a little stronger and all that kind of stuff. But the point is, have a signature scent. Now, I've had several over the years, right? I like, Clive Christian. I like Creed, Aventus. That's one of mine for sure.
Yeah, that's one of mine too.
And I love a lot of the Tom Ford scents.
I haven't got on Tom Ford yet, but it's probably next in my collection.
Fantastic scents, right? I have a ton of them. We could do a whole podcast on fragrances. The point I'm making is men have a fragrance so that when you go visit your lady or whatever, she's telling you the next day that, man, your scent is still on my pillow. Your scent is still on my bed. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Where they can still have that pleasant memory of you. What you think?
The first thing I thought when you said just sitting still in my pillow, better hope she ain't got no weak ass dude. Come back and smell your weak ass.
Well, listen, we ain't talking about that kind of cat. That's over there at somebody else's woman's house. You always gotta take it there, right?
I always gotta take it there.
Yeah, but
No, I feel you, man. Like I'm a big Creed guy. I started wearing Creed this year.
yeah, you did.
You put me on a Creed,
Yeah.
and ever since then I've been splurging on a whole heap of bottles. I have more.
You went nuts. You went absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Like you always do with everything. You went nuts.
Well, see, when I'm into something, I spend money on it.
You will. You
Yeah.
will spend money, and sometimes I don't even feel like I know you no more because you used to never want to spend money on anything.
If I see the value in it, I'm gonna pay for it.
But you've gone nuts on Creed, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
proud,
like
I'm proud of.
$5,
Shout out to
$6.
Pop out in Cali, who's also going nuts on the Creed and all that. Y'all cats are seeing what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it smells good, makes you feel good. You if you look like a winner, smell like a winner, you'll feel like a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner,
I'm telling you, it affects your psyche.
chicken
right?
dinner. No, for real, it does. You it's like a whole different person. Look good, smell good. You know, it's a part of the whole thing. I appreciate it, and I'm stuck now because I'm definitely a fan of that Creed.
Yeah, and again, we're not saying you need to go out and spend $400 and $500 for a bottle of cologne and all that kind of
No,
stuff
I
because
say
we're
you-
doing it.
you know,
Find a scent that works for you.
I
And wear it with
say do
confidence.
it once because I literally, another one of my female friends, she got her man a bottle. She hit me up. She was like, "Hey, you recommended this? I got him a bottle of it. I hope he loves it. It smells amazing." I'm like, once he gets hooked to this, it's gonna be. You're gonna keep it up, keep it up.
For sure.
So
But what we're not, what we don't want to have happen is people feel bad or pressured because they can't afford those
Pressure,
kind of scents and all that kind of stuff.
pressure.
And pay your rent, pay your mortgage or whatever. Don't
Man,
go
don't
buy.
pay no rent. Make it Creed.
pay your shit. Don't.
Man, forget that car note, man. You gotta smell good when you walking to the bus.
But again, all these things just kind of contribute to the overall confidence of a man.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're walking around confident and that's the energy that you're projecting, women are going to respond to that. They can sense it. They can tell, right?
Yep.
So number 2 is fragrance. Have a signature scent.
Yep.
Number 3, I got to go here and talk about your shoes.
Okay. Shoe game.
The shoe game.
Shoe game
It's about wearing the right shoe
with the fit.
with the right outfit.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
And I'm all for Jordans and Yeezys and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm from the hood too. I want to rock all that stuff, but that don't go with everything.
No.
Every once in a while, put a loafer on. Every once in a while,
Yeah,
put
I
on
got
an
loafers on right
Oxford.
now.
Put on a wingtip. You know, switch it up a little bit. Don't be afraid to try something new for no reason. You don't always got to dress up because you're going somewhere special. That's a philosophy I've carried my entire life, right?
Yeah, it's annoying. Like you don't need to look nice just to be going somewhere special.
Yeah.
Just put some freaking clothes on and feel good.
Every day of your life. I don't care where you're going. If I'm going to the supermarket, even if I'm throwing on some joggers and a t-shirt, I'm making sure even that is going to be fresh, proper, because I got the mindset of maybe I'll meet somebody. I ain't talking about like the opposite sex, but like I'm talking about maybe I'll meet someone I know or see someone I know. Or
Isn't that the
first
worst
impression
thing
that I
though?
have.
Like, isn't that the worst thing? You run into someone and you looking busted.
Yeah, don't ever.
That is the
don't
worst.
Ever find yourself in that situation.
Like you run into somebody
It ain't always about doing like going, the whole nine every single time.
looking
But
busted, man.
I don't care what you're doing. Put some effort into what you do if you're gonna go out in public and people are gonna see you and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just good for your mental health and your psyche.
Yeah. Develop that habit.
Develop that habit,
Yeah.
and that's a good habit to have in my opinion
I
because
agree.
people don't judge you off of how great a person you are initially. They judge you off of what they can see.
Yeah, the appearance is first.
Yeah, the appearance is first.
And that's what everything.
The appearance is first before they even decide they're going to give you a chance to show how great a person and all that kind of stuff you are. And this is what people don't understand. They get hung up on well, what about what's inside? And that's great, but no one will ever know what's inside if the first impression isn't something that people want to allow inside of their orbit. So you need to put some effort into how you present. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no. Yeah. First impressions are, well, any impression, I should say. I don't want someone to see me out and I'm looking busted. I try to if I go to the store, I try to look presentable. And that's why we always talking stuff about the popcorn bags and stuff on some of these ladies' heads and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're not going out presentable, and to you don't care, and it shows. Like, it really shows that you don't care, that you out here with fuzzy slippers on, and a popcorn bag.
And the thing on your head and all that kind of, that's for in the house, you know. And what if you are a lady that's trying to look for that special guy or whatever at some point or whatever? What if you run into him? What if you run into him and you got that damn thing on your Jiffy Pop thing on your damn head?
And right now they're probably saying, well, he should love me, or I should be beauty inside, or whether.
That's bullshit. You can't stop. Why?
Man.
People feel like they deserve for everybody to just love them just because and all that.
That's not how it works.
That's not how this works. So
love me because, man, shut up.
No. Take that thing off your head if you're gonna go. We've been in the airport.
Been everywhere, man.
I really trip out when I see it in the airport. We be in the airport all the time, and you see women walking by with a damn thing on their head in the airport, around thousands of people in the airport. And I'm just like, man, what if your future husband is in here right now?
I don't care how bad she is. That's an instant turn off for me. And I don't care if she can have the fattest ass. I don't give a damn. That's an instant turn off for me. Period.
Yeah,
I can't do it, man.
I ain't feeling it.
I can't do it. But you know what? Switching subjects right quick. Another thing that was on my mind to talk about, man, because me and my lady was talking about the whole side chick and side dude conversation.
Okay.
And it came up. I was speaking. I said, you know what? When a woman cheats, right?
Okay.
She decides to get a side dude. And this is completely off rail. We got about 5 minutes left to talk, but I just want to throw that out there. Probably we can segue into episode 8. When a woman cheats and she finally decides to go there and sleep with another man,
right?
That was premeditated.
100%.
You know what I mean? And it seems like, and I was trying to tell Queen the difference between someone cheating, randomly compared to a premeditation. Okay?
Hardly random with women.
Yeah, it's hardly random with women. It's premeditated. They've already then had their eye on this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
There's already been conversation, a build up. Yeah. And it's a mental thing.
And an emotional thing as well.
Emotional build up. And they basically, they level up. See, when women cheat, they try to level up.
Yeah.
And when men cheat, we usually cheat below the woman that we were.
That's fair. You see that a lot.
I see that a lot. Now, it's different cases where a girl could be equal or even higher. But usually when a woman cheats, she's trying to level up to something that's better than what she has.
Right.
That's why it's more of a build-up, more of a mental, more emotional. And that's why it hurts more on a man's side when it happens, because at that point we know that you're completely mentally checked out.
You're gone
of the relationship, and now we can't. I'm not talking about in all cases. I'm just saying from what it seems. Okay, and I'm not a doctor. I don't have a PhD. I just kind of just look at things differently, and I feel that that's the huge difference. And I'm not saying that when a man cheats it's okay, but I feel like that's more forgivable if we're doing something just completely out of lust compared to you wanting to move forward and love and act and do something different with this man compared to what you already got at home. That's just my 2 cents on that.
You know what? I'll comment on that. And again, this is my opinion. There are some studies and things that I've read over the years that kind of corroborate what I'm saying. But again, this is my opinion. No offense to anybody, but
all the offense.
Honestly, it takes more for a woman to to get there to want to decide she wants to cheat. It takes more emotionally for a woman to get there. I just feel like women are the better of the species when it comes to this side of the equation, when it talks about fidelity and all that kinds of stuff. And I personally feel like women just aren't walking around just like super lustful like that and wearing their lust on their sleeve or whatever.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yep.
And again, there's outliers and everyone knows somebody that's different, and we're just talking about in general.
Yep.
I feel like it does take a lot more for a woman to get to the point where she's like, I want to cheat on my guy. And we kind of touched on this in the podcast when we were in California, but men and women cheat for different reasons. Now, this is something I didn't say then, but I'll say now. When men cheat, for the most part, it's because they want to stay in their relationship.
That's a good, yeah.
When women cheat...
hold on. That sounds crazy, but listen.
I'll explain it.
Yeah, listen.
When women cheat, it's because they want to get out of their relationship. So, and I'm not saying either is right, wrong. We're not even talking about the morality of any of it, but I'll explain it. So when a man is cheating, typically, and he's in a committed relationship, there's something that he's not getting, or something that he needs that he's not getting, and maybe he's, maybe it's on him. Maybe he's a poor communicator or doesn't know how to communicate what he wants or whatever. But he's doing what he's doing to supplement what he isn't getting so that he can stay committed to his relationship because he doesn't want to leave his woman. When a woman is cheating, it's because, to the point you made earlier, it's because she's totally checked out and she's looking to upgrade. She's looking to move on.
Yep.
And it's a cry for help so she can get out of the situation. She ain't looking to stay in the situation for the most part. There's always exceptions, people. I'm just saying, for the most part. There's a different psychology that goes into when men do those sorts of things and when women do those sorts of things. And I believe that's what it is. I think that's a major difference between men and women.
Yeah, I do too. And, like I said, everyone has their own reasons for doing whatever they do. Whether it's a good reason, valid reason, they might think it's a perfect reason. It could be a stupid reason. It's still a reason. And I just thought that was important to kind of like, because we touched on the side chicks and jokingly in on the last podcast, but I feel like it's a lot to it. It's a whole different conversation that a lot of people don't want to have, especially with their spouse. Especially if they got caught cheating before.
Yeah.
They don't want to have that. It's a hard conversation to have. It's a very uncomfortable conversation to have with the person that you cheated on and try to explain to them why you cheated or and vice versa. And, a lot of women say, well, if I did this to him, he couldn't take it. There's a reason behind that, right? It's not just physical majority of the time when it comes down to the ladies. It's not, and that's why it hurts harder, and it takes a lot for a man to love, period. So when he falls in love with you and you betray him like that, and it sounds like a double standard, I get it, but it's a different mental when it comes down to men versus women.
And it can sound like a double standard all it wants to, but this is what I'll say to that. For something to be a double standard, that has to mean that all parts are created equal to begin with.
Right.
Men and women are two different
species,
creatures.
Yeah,
100%. So I don't think it's a double standard in the sense of we're our brains aren't wired the same way. We're just not wired the same way at all.
No.
So it's not a double standard in the sense that women and men feel exactly the same thing about everything. That's just not true.
No, it's not.
So I don't necessarily feel like it's a double standard that men feel differently about infidelity than women do. Women hate it too, and women don't like it either. However, to the point you were making earlier, I feel like women have a greater capacity to forgive and move forward from something like that than men.
Because deep down inside, I think, and they might call me crazy, but deep down inside, I think women know it. Although it may hurt them to experience it, but I think deep down inside they know that the intentions of their man isn't to necessarily hurt them, which will cause hurt, but it's not. You're not trying to hurt them, and for a second they know that she doesn't mean anything. It was just what it was, and like I said, it sounds kind of
And people, don't get us wrong. We are not justifying
No, I'm
before
not.
because someone's going
Try to twist the words.
and
Yeah.
say we're justifying
trying to
men cheating
explain it.
versus women cheating.
Yeah.
We're just breaking down some of the psychology that goes behind why certain
Yeah.
actions take place. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, because we're definitely gonna get that. Right?
Y'all justifying and da da
Because people hear
da.
what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Like they will completely skip over words.
The whole point. Get a sound bite.
Soundbite and just run with it. How could you say that? And blah 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 blah.
And it's like, did you listen to the first 30
No,
seconds before
they
that
did not.
and after that?
That grinds my gears.
Oh
man.
my God.
It grinds my gears so much. People hear what they want to hear and go with it and justify it
And start snapping,
And the worst part is that not even try to have a conversation, right? It's okay to disagree. Like, you don't have to agree with what Mike is talking about, and I get that, and I'm okay with that. I could care less if you disagree, but it's okay to talk about it. You don't have to get all in your feelings and raise your voice.
Yeah, we can agree. We can agree to
and
disagree,
do this and,
Snatching the air.
and do this.
Snatching.
You don't got to do this when you're talking
Please
to me.
stop.
I don't. It's unnecessary.
We don't need to do this.
I bet your arm get tired.
My arm is getting tired.
My arm is tired
I feel
as
like
hell.
we look like a damn squid.
Like we're reaching for something.
Squid, yeah.
You know, it's I don't know, man. Whatever. I just had that on my chest, and I wanted to, kind of, like I said, we touched on that in the last episode, and I was like, I want to kind of break down, more into detail when it comes down to the whole side chick, side dude thing, because it's a lot of side dudes out here, and they're embracing the side dudism. That's not a word. Just made it up.
Sorry, you just made that shit up.
Side dudism. They're embracing that, and because we live in a world now where the side is like the thing.
Well, I mean, for the people who embrace the side, it comes with far less obligation.
Men have always had mistresses. You know what I'm trying to say. That word. I can't say it right now. Okay?
Yeah.
They always had that. Forever. Okay? Even back when King and all them. Kings, they always had multiple women. And the queen knew what was going on. And it just was what it was. Okay? Now, fast forward. Women is like, I gotta get my payback. Like, it's always about payback with y'all. I gotta get a side dude too. Which, everyone, I was probably a side dude at one point.
You a weak ass side dude now.
I was right. Queen. I wish Queen would.
Queen, listen, man.
I better be the man.
I hate to be the one to break it to your weak ass.
I better be the man.
But you a side dude right now.
Hey, I don't have it in me to be a side dude. At least not on purpose.
You an accidental ass side
I'm an
dude.
accidental ass side dude. Who, me? I'm your side?
You.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, what I'm saying, like, it's always been like that, man. And now women have side dudes, and they're embracing it. They're talking about it, and I really feel. Now, this is me. This is probably the ego talking.
Yep.
But side dudes only happens to like beta males. Like the woman has a side, like she's with a beta male, and then she gets a side dude.
Oh, you're saying the main dude's a beta.
The main dude is a beta.
But what? I agree. I agree.
I feel like
I agree. He's a beta male.
He has to be.
Shout out to the beta males.
Shout out to the beta males.
I'm just.
I know a few.
No, you did not pull the hammer back.
I know a few.
You're an asshole.
I know a few. Close with a couple of them, and that's okay, right?
Right.
Everyone has their own thing, and everyone can't be an alpha because that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Everyone can't be alpha.
Yeah, there's a pecking order.
There's a pecking order, but I feel like a woman.
So you're saying there's alphas and then there's weak ass dudes.
There's weak ass dudes. Yes. There's an alpha male, right? And some women don't want an alpha male because they don't want to. They want the weak ass dude. Like I was saying earlier.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other podcast too. Some women want a dude that they can like boss around and all that kind of stuff because of their own shit and insecurities and all that. But
and most of the time, those are the ones that they are taken care of. The ones that are at home and they're not doing, and that's what I'm saying. They want that beta male that they are bossing around.
That's cool with being another child in the car,
another child
in the house,
another child. That's what I'm saying. I apologize, ladies, because you might look for that. So, like, prime example, I posted a meme of this girl. She had 2 husbands,
Yeah.
right? Right? I'm like, okay, this is what I'm looking at a meme with 2 beta males. Because there's no way in hell there will be 2 alpha males just laying with a female
No, it ain't happening,
and
bro.
calling them. It's not happening. So
No,
if you want a beta male, that means a man that you can run over, tell what to do, manipulate. And
He's not dominant at all.
He's not
He
dominant.
just kind of
He allows
not
you to-
decisive. He just kind
allows
of wants
you
to be
look
lazy.
over and be getting smashed by another dude,
Yeah.
getting
No.
high five.
No.
And that's okay. Like,
That's not okay.
well, it's okay for them.
It shit is not okay.
It's okay.
For the record, I said it's not okay.
It's okay if they want that, but see, that's why it took me a second to realize that it's a such thing as a woman thinking that she's an alpha and she wants 2 betas. Is it the correct way of the wild? Probably not. But that's the way it is.
Yeah, it's just bizarre, man. I can't even.
It's weird. But I see women all the time. The whole poly relationship. They want 2 men, and I'm like, you just want a man, or you want a train ran on you or
No,
something.
this is just weird.
I'm just saying, like that's see, that's my mindset.
I don't understand.
But their mindset is like, hey, I want 2 husbands to take care of me. And I'm like, well, they have to be either bisexual or 2 beta males.
Yeah. Okay.
And I could be wrong, but that's just how I look at the situation.
I don't know nothing about this, ladies and gentlemen, so I ain't even gonna speak on it.
Because there's absolutely no way 2 headstrong leaders.
It's going for that.
It's going to go for that.
No.
It's not even in the nature of an actual man himself. That's why I said, you know what, ladies, if you got a man that is at home right now playing Nintendo 64 and you don't want him to do nothing, you just want him to, I gotta do my politician thing. You don't want him to do nothing. You just want him to lay there and just look at you all day. Get you a beta male. Get you a beta male.
You know what? They should start a dating site, dating app called for beta males.
Yes, it'll work.
They need a dating site for beta males.
Beta male. You know what? I think we're on to something. We should create that and sell the idea.
Sell the idea. Beta male. Beta.com.
Beta.com. Just create it and sell the idea.
Beta bitch.
Beta bitch. Yeah, that's not working, man.
No, that's not working.
That's not working. That's not working.
That's not working.
So I get it. So from now on, stop saying you want a king. Stop saying you want a king and I want a king and king this, king that.
Well, if you want a king, there's some things that come with having a king.
Exactly. You have
Kings
to know.
are ruling. Kings
Exactly.
are taking care of business.
Exactly.
Kings are getting things done and getting
You don't
results.
want a king. You
And
want
you
a boy.
can't get results if
You
you
want a-
laid up all day up under your woman all day not
Exactly.
doing nothing. You can't get results
want a
that way.
beta male.
So do you want a king
You want a
or do
pawn.
you want somebody that's going to hold you all day long?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have both.
Yeah. That doesn't
You
work
cannot
like
have
that.
both.
You don't want no king. You say you want a king
Until you meet one.
until you meet one.
Until you meet one.
Till you meet a man. See, a man. See, I don't think they hear like the difference. They say the word. It's always
The buzzwords and all that.
Yeah, they always say things like a real man. Well, a real man wouldn't do this. A real man wouldn't do that. You would know a real man if he stood right in front of you because you're looking for a beta male.
Yeah.
Beta. And it's okay. It's got to be some followers. There's always leaders and there's always followers. That's the way the world works. So if you want a follower, okay. I will
Yeah, but
stop talking about you.
To that point, yeah, don't say you want a king unless you prepare to deal with a king. Because people say they want a king, but you have to understand a lot of people want a king. So you can't be mad that other people want your guy and all that kind of
Yep.
stuff too. Now, it's the man's responsibility how he handles that energy and all that kind of stuff. But you can't be an insecure woman talking about you want a king and you want a man that's influential and taking care of business and all that kind of stuff.
No.
It's not going to work.
Because just like you want him, other women are going to want him too.
100%.
It's as simple as that. That's the game. That's the game. And I'm not saying that the dude is going or he's going to, sway towards the other female. But you have to understand that women are going to go after him because they want what you got. It's as simple as that.
Oh, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. And I'm lucky that my woman is not intimidated by other women.
Queen, you know what? Let me give Queen some props right quick. Queen is fantastic when it comes to that. She embraces.
She looks at it as a compliment.
She looks at it as a compliment.
As a compliment.
And that takes a certain type of
Mindset.
secure,
Yeah.
Woman to be that way.
She's not worried about other females.
And it's not a front, people. She's literally not worried.
She's not worried about other females because I make her secure. Like I'm a king. Like it's on my arm. I am a king. Like I make my woman secure at all times. This whole thing is she knows I'm hers. It's as simple as that.
That's what's up.
But it's also a king's job to make sure his queen is good.
Yeah. Facts.
So so stop calling these weak ass dude king, man. He's my king. No, he's not. Dude, the closest he came to king is playing chess with checkers. King me. That's the closest thing he became to a king. Is playing a board game.
Now I don't know how we got on all this, but in closing here, can we get back to the fourth thing?
I go on a rant. I get sidetracked, man. I got ADHD.
Yeah, you do.
And then like something pop in my head, and I want to talk about it. That's why I'm glad we got the podcast because I can just say, what is therapy, man?
This is therapy for you.
Because I literally post all this stuff all the time, but people just be thinking. Here's the thing. People think I'm funny, right? But I don't even be funny.
I don't think you're funny at all.
Well, thanks. I
think you're funny looking.
First of all, we're not going to do this right now. People think I'm funny, and I'm not funny. I'll be serious, right?
Serious as hell.
But I think
that's what's funny to me.
I'll be serious.
This dude, I'll be cracking. I'll be reading that stuff. I'll be like, my brother is serious.
I'm serious. People be laughing at me, thinking I'm joking. I don't be joking. I'll be serious as hell, man. Like I'll be going to my rants serious in the motherfucker, and people be laughing.
Yeah, I take you serious.
I'm just saying, like I find humor in it. Maybe it's how I word things.
I take you serious,
but
bro.
like it is what it is. I whatever. Dog. Go ahead. Go to the fourth thing.
The fourth thing in closing here, fellas. Hygiene. Super. No, it's a shame. Hygiene.
Out here stanking.
Hygiene. You can't go hooping with your boys or whatever, then come back and be all hugged up on your woman.
Hey,
get
dude.
in the shower.
Oh man, hold on.
Brush your teeth. Get your nails. Go get a manicure. Clean the dirt from under your nails. Women don't like this stuff, fellas.
I have a thing. Like I literally will not let my woman
smell you like that.
Smell me like that, or she be like, "Ooh, baby, let me do this." I'm like, "Oh, hold on,
let me go handle that.
Let me get in the shower first, because you ain't finna be down there. That smells like
it smells like hell off the crawl.
I'm here hooping all day and come back with some salty. No, come on, man. That's
don't do that. That's disrespectful. Don't do that to your woman. Be smelling good. Make sure your breath is fresh.
Grimy, man. That's messed up.
And your ears is cleaned out, and just let the experience with you always be one that's pleasant when it comes to the things you can control. So that was the last thing that I would say for the fellas. Hygiene.
Stanky ass
Don't be stinking and stuff like that and just got this I don't care attitude.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
And if you want, like your hair and your beard, and if you're growing beards and all that stuff, like groom your beard or even your goatee. Groom the goatee. Groom your facial hair. Groom your face. Get your hair cut. These are simple, low-hanging fruit type things, fellas.
Stanky ass dudes, man.
You can't be stanking around your woman.
Just stanking.
And women are amazing creatures, man, because they will tolerate stuff like this.
Beautiful, man.
Women, we talk a lot of stuff, but we love women. It's probably why we're so passionate about.
Well, here's the thing. I love women. I just don't like them.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't. Because the reason why I don't like a lot of them because of the misunderstanding between both sexes. Like
a lot of misunderstandings.
I love a woman. There's nothing more beautiful in this world to me than a woman. Bottom line, right? But like when some of the stuff I see, I get so agitated and irritated that I don't like you right now. So that's just how I look at it.
And to women's credit, you guys can put up with a lot. You guys will put up with some funky dudes and funky breath and poor hygiene and dressing habit, all that stuff. You will put up with it for years. Even.
And I don't even know how y'all do that.
It's amazing. You guys are amazing creatures, and you have the capacity to suffer.
Dude, smell like an elephant's nuts.
You can't smell like an elephant's nuts, man.
Elephant's nuts.
Yeah, camel balls.
Camel balls.
You can't smell like camel balls, man.
You can't be doing that.
Laying
All up in
up
your
around
girl.
women smell like camel
And they
balls,
be
man.
taking it
and
too.
they taking
They
it,
take that stuff.
knowing they want to throw up.
That's love right there. And
That's serious love. A good woman will love your funky draws, man.
Yeah, she will.
But do her a favor. Clean your draws. Fellas, clean your draws.
Yeah.
Clean your draws.
You know,
you're a grown man.
and wipe your ass, bro.
There's no excuse for all this,
Big
man.
grown ass man with doo-doo stains.
Yeah, you can't have no
64 years old, still got skeets.
skeets
marks.
and tattoos and
Come
stuff
on,
in your
man.
drawers. Come on,
man.
fellas.
Come on, man.
Come on, fellas.
And we sit there doing like these public service announcements, like as if they don't already know this, but they don't take the time.
Nah, bro. I used to think people. You're right. People just don't know. No, I'm convinced people just don't know. Haven't been taught, man.
You don't think they've been taught?
Yeah, and I ain't trying to shame nobody. I'm just saying.
everybody.
No, some people just haven't been taught, man. Take care of yourself, people.
Yeah,
And in doing so, you take care of the people around you. That's part of the way you take care of people around you.
for sure.
For sure.
All right, man. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank y'all for watching episode 7, Sticking a Bump. I'm actually almost done with my stick, so it's time for us to
wrap up.
rap. I wish I had like a thingy.
I'm glad you ain't got no damn thingy because that would be annoying as hell.
But yeah, man, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Give us all your feedback, anything you want us to discuss, any popular topics, anything. We willing to talk about it. So appreciate everybody. That's it, man. Have a good night.